everybody, and welcome back to a new vlog. I thought I would start fresh by doing a reading vlog. Today I started a new audiobook actually of a short story called What Does It Feel Like? I think by Sophie Kinsella, who is the author of the Confessions of a Shopaholic series, I believe it is. I didn't realize that it's like semi-autobiographical. The character is having the experience of waking up from a brain surgery, having had a tumor removed, learning how to do everything again, and I didn't realize that Sophie Kinsella went through the same thing. So far, she's had the surgery and she's learning how to walk again. So I feel like it's going to be quite an emotional short story. It also fulfills one of the Goodreads challenges, and it's a short, like 2-hour listen. I'm currently in Long Island. I'm at Coda's like mom's place, and I just went out for Dunkin' Donuts. I got the new cereal and milk latte. It is very sweet, but not bad. And then I got a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap, which I intended to get the new like Chipotle hash brown one, but it's fine if it's not. The latte itself does taste like cereal milk. I feel like I can taste like the Lucky Charms marshmallow. It's just me and Nana. Nana. Mimi. I was able to finish What Does It Feel Like by Sophie Kinsella on train on the LIRR, and I'm giving that book 4.25 stars. I actually really enjoyed it. It is so much closer to Sophie Kinsella's life than I had initially thought. She changed things here and there. She changed the order of the way that things happened just because parts of her memory she couldn't remember. So it was really touching, and hearing about the heartbreaking way of how many times Eve's husband would tell her that she had brain surgery and to slowly walk her through it every time through her shock. Obviously, Eve's journey through the surgery, the aftermath, and also their 5 children, just thinking about grieving a parent, all of that was a lot. It was a beautiful story and I liked it a lot. Afterwards, I still had quite of my journey left, so I had an ebook for an book that I have out from the library right now, which is Clark and Division, and I read quite a bit of it, about 120 pages, resulting in me reading over 250 pages yesterday. Thank you. This one is Clark and Division by Naomi Hirahara, and it is about a Japanese American family that was taken into the internment camp at Manzanar. They are able to leave for Chicago to meet up with our protagonist Aki's sister Rose. She has created a life for herself there. She left the internment camp first, and the day that they arrive, they find out that Rose is dead. The police are ruling it as a suicide due to a number of things. She was lonely, her private life, and so Aki is there trying to figure out the truth. I thought this book was published like a while ago, like early 2000s, but it's actually published in 2021. It's taking place like during World War II, obviously, with the internment camps, and so there's a lot of racism. There are some like Japanese terms in this that I see are incorrect, and I really don't think that it's like regional terms at all, because it's usually like one letter of a difference, so it's really irking me. But otherwise, it says this is inspired by historical events. I don't know, but with the author being Japanese American as well, and also a journalist, I believe. There's a lot of like research that has gone into this. My next book I would also like to pick up during this vlog is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. This is like came highly recommended by like so many people, but mainly one of my best friends, and it's also due at the library soon, so hopefully I can pick this up in the vlog soon, since this is a weekly vlog and it's already Tuesday. Hopefully I am able to consume a lot of this. I feel like I've read quite a bit. I'm like maybe 40% of the way through already. It's quite easy to read, even though it's like almost 300 pages long. Hey girl! Somehow managed to end up in Long Island again. And I look like shit because I don't have any of my skincare stuff. At least he uses the same face wash and moisturizer as me, but that's it. Anyway, Still reading her. I'm waiting on lunch. I think he got pho for us. Perfect, because it's actually like 65 and cloudy. Fall is coming, y'all. Let's talk about this book. This book is going really slowly. I thought it would be more interesting, and I wish that I enjoyed it more just because of the storyline, the historical aspect of it relating to me being a Japanese American person. Being a child of immigrants, I don't know a lot about the Japanese American experience, especially during times where it was incredibly racially targeted, specifically towards Japanese people. And so in that aspect, it is interesting. I know that this author is like award-winning and worked for newspapers, has like co-written non-fiction books, so has done a lot of research, I'm sure. But in terms of the storyline, it's just very slow and boring. I don't know how much I care about this mystery of her sister, because it doesn't seem like she had this other life that was so surprising to Aki and her family, like the parents, because she left for Chicago many months ago while they were still in internment camps in Manzanar. So it's not like a complete like double life secret situation. It's just that like they weren't getting any postcards, like there wasn't a lot of communication because they were so far away from each other. So I'm just not really invested in that aspect, so that really sucks. I have maybe like 100 pages of this left, so I probably will end up continuing it, but not the series that I think this is. I also will probably start the audiobook of Demon Copperhead a little bit earlier. This isn't really doing it for me on my commute back to Brooklyn, because the physical book is due at the library soon, and I'm not yet sure if I could renew it at the library just because it is such a popular read. But I will definitely take advantage of the free Audible credit that I have, because this not doing it for me, which really sucks, because as a child of immigrants, I would really like to read more about the Japanese American experience, both nonfiction and fictional. Last night got derailed because I was gonna spend the rest of the evening editing, but my friend started to FaceTime me and we were catching up, so I didn't end up editing for the rest of the night. I got more of the BTS Happy Meal, got 2 more tiny tins that I'm gonna unbox later, so I'm still editing, but I do want to go to the gym today. And I finished Clark and Division, so we can talk about that later as well. Y'all, my butt hurts, and I thought it was because I was sitting for too long doing some editing, but I think it's because of the bike ride I did at the gym. I'm short, and it was my first time riding the new bikes because they changed up the equipment. I think I need to adjust the seat a little bit closer because like the bone hurts. I think I was just resting on it in a bad way. Anyway, I did so much editing today, and I finished Clark and Division last night. I would have liked to read more of a different book, start a book, but alas, like I said, my plans were derailed. I'm giving this book like 2 stars, I think I gave it. It's because I wasn't really invested in the mystery at some point. Like, it was just Aki doing the investigating, which I understood because of her race and the time period, but like the ending was so dissatisfying for what it was. The dialogue was just really boring, and maybe it's because of like the time period that I could believe that everything that was being said was just so surface level and weird and stocky. I felt like this could have been a short story or something because of how slow the book was moving. The fact that they were trying to add all of these characters, it just got really confusing. There wasn't really like one side character that you could really just connect to because there were so many people involved, and I didn't really connect with a single one of them. And the Japanese at some point, like I said, I was getting annoyed by, so unfortunately this is 2 stars. But I did finish the book. and I can return this to the library early. I'm gonna go get some groceries to make a Greek bowl. I'm excited. I've never made Greek food before. I can start the audiobook of Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver and get in a lot of pages. Now this book is quite chunky, so hopefully I can read it in the time that I have left to keep this book out from the library, because I really don't want to have things overdue, which is frequent. Demon Copperhead is the story of a boy born to a teenage single mother in a single wide trailer with no assets beyond his dead father's good looks and copper-colored hair, a caustic wit, and a fierce talent for survival. This is, I think, a reimagining, if that's the right term, of Charles Dickens' David Copperfield, which I've never read. It's like 5 o'clock on Sunday. It's 5:30. I didn't end up filming at all on Saturday and Sunday, although I did read. I've really just been reading Demon Copperhead. I really would like to finish the book today. Last I checked, I still had like 230 pages or so to read. I have the audiobook that I've actually been keeping up with a lot. Coda and I did like an impromptu date night yesterday, so I was able to read the audiobook because my purse does not fit this giant hardback, but I fell asleep like both ways, so I had to rewind and re-listen. The reason why I'm trying to finish it today is, I mean, it works out perfectly that like today's the last day of the vlog, but also that today's the last day to fulfill one of the Goodreads like other challenges that they've been doing. I don't really think about them, but I do love like getting badges, so I guess I do care about them. I want to be able to do this. So I did laundry. I think I can maybe fold it while I continue to listen to the audiobook. It's actually been great. I didn't end up going to the gym because Coda and I went to the gym Saturday, literally yesterday, and I am sore. Like, we did weights. The back of my thighs from RDLs were bad. I really should have like stretched before and after because I'm like hobbling. For a lot of today, Coda and I were finishing out planning our little like mini trip because we're going away for our engagement shoot at the end of next week. I'm really looking forward to going. We got the car on Airbnb. I was able to book like visitor passes for our summer camp for Friday, which they don't typically allow. The person on the phone really pulled through for me, so thank you so much, Savannah. I'm excited to get away, even though I've kind of been doing that a lot out of my own space at least, so it's been nice this weekend to be here. I'm reading quite a lot. Let's talk about Demon Copperhead actually. I'm not really sure what I expected, but this book is like so incredibly literary. Let me just put my bookmark in. It is just following Damon, who is nicknamed Demon. He grew up basically in foster care. His mom was an addict. He lost his mom. He had like an abusive stepfather situation, and just like getting through that life. I think it's like late 90s, early 2000s in this, and currently he's in high school. He's on the football team and he's doing really well. He's kind of in this really amazing position that he doesn't really believe, but is now in that turning point of like, yeah, I fucking deserve this. Like, the coach is his new adoptive father or his guardian. He's like the talk of the town. Something did just happen. I'm not really sure where this book's going to end because it's so literary. It's kind of like word vomit, not in the sense that it's uninteresting because I am laughing, but it's literally just like, I don't know, his day-to-day and everything that happens in his life. So it's kind of weird that I'm enjoying this as much as I am. Like, I'm laughing. Maybe the audiobook's like really doing it for me. My friend, like I said, really enjoyed this book. It says that this book is supposed to speak for a new generation of lost boys and all those born into beautiful cursed places they can't imagine leaving behind. He lives in, I think it's like West Virginia, because it's like Appalachia. Never seen the ocean. He really desperately wants to, and he doesn't really know anything except for these like couple counties surrounding him. He's always had to work and feel like he has to hoard stuff for himself because nobody has ever really looked out for him in the way that he needs, that he wants. He finally like has this place, this one community. There's a girl that he likes, he has friends, he's, like I said, a star on the football team, and he's finally doing really well. Like, it's always then that like something happens though, and I feel like the part that I just read is that I don't want to spoil it, so I'm really just not even sure if this is supposed to really follow him into graduation because he's in the gifted and talented track or program or whatever. His teachers obviously really want him to go to college, but he just doesn't really know anyone who's done that and been really successful. Like, his town is known for like coal mining, and people drop out to have kids. Like, his mom had him really young. I'm not really sure what the prospects are or if he even knows what he wants to do, but he is considering like a football scholarship for college.
On the trail, deer tracks, moss, nothing. Instead of pissed. I wonder, do I give a fuck here about tight diseases? I'm more than mostly dead player's skin. You won't believe how good. It's like kissing the ocean. Deep.
Hello, I'm so sweaty. I don't know why. I showered and I feel really hot. But hi, I'm here to wrap up the vlog and also just wrap up Demon Copperhead. Let me go grab my copy. I don't know why this reading vlog, I feel like I started so long ago because I was looking back through my bullet journal and like my videos being like, when did I start this vlog? Literally last week. Like I said, last night I did finish Demon Copperhead. I actually ended up listening to the audiobook like fully through. I'm giving it 3.75. I feel like the ending was really dragging for me. It is kind of funny sometimes, and I feel like Demon just knows the cards that he's dealt in life and thinks about his life in a more realistic, pessimistic leaning way. But the ending was dragging for me, and like I said, I didn't really know where this was going to end up. I kind of was just ready for it to wrap up. I think the writing is done well, even though it's sort of this like word vomity stream of consciousness type of way where you never really know what the chapter's going to be about. Still like a decent read, but I don't think that it was like life-changing. For this vlog, I also was reading What Does It Feel Like, an audiobook by Sophie Kinsella, which I think I gave like 4 to 5 stars. That was like a quick little short story that I really enjoyed. And I also read Clark and Division by Naomi Hirahara. Gave that book 2 stars, just like really wasn't for me. Total page count. Sorry, my nails are so jagged. I closed the window this morning. New nail broke. My appointment's tomorrow, so yeah. I think because this book is just so chunky and I read 270 pages of this last night, my total for the week is 1,090 pages. Completed 2 books and an ebook. Really happy about that. Oh my god, that feels really good. Is this like menopause? Like, Jesus, God. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I am going to be starting a new book. Isn't she gorgeous? She's overdue at the library. I'm really sorry. Like, I have to read her. But it's YA, so hopefully I can get through it quickly. And I will see you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!